All right, welcome back to another episode of Two Americans Watching Footy. Today we are watching the Merseyside Derby. This is the second leg of the Derby on March 3rd. We're 2.5 minutes to kick off here. Should be hearing Gary and the Pacemakers any moment.
Yeah, especially if it was like...
Actually, we're not going to hear Gary and the Pacemakers today because we're in Goodison Park.
No.
Sorry about the red, folks.
Well, they're actually wearing the red today. But I was going to say, we need our pacemakers because I feel like this is going to be an up and down game.
Yeah, if you haven't gotten a chance to see it, check out our preview of the match. It'll be in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and click on that link and watch a preview of the match. It'll take about 7.5 minutes, so you'll probably miss the first few minutes of the match, but check it out anyways. We did predict. I think we both agreed. We predicted a draw. We liked the 4-3-3 lineup.
Their future.
Yep.
But yes.
And that will be the end of their league run. Will be today. I called a 2-2 match. You called a 1-1 match.
I hope we're both wrong.
I hope we're both wrong too. It's 11:15 here. It's just about 11:15 here,
Which is not bad time.
which is not bad.
Yeah,
So
it's not
yeah,
bad kickoff time. Yeah.
we wanted to watch. We would have liked to have watched the North London Derby last night or yesterday. Yesterday morning. But folks, we're not getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to watch
Two teams that we don't root for.
two teams to watch not Liverpool on a Saturday.
And not even a team that's in the title race.
But what's interesting is that it's 4:15. It's 4:15 in England.
Yeah. And
Is it really that big a deal to say, you know what, if you're going to have the highlight match of the weekend be your 11:15 match, why not make it 7 o'clock at night and just shift everything 3 hours back? Why not? Is there any reason? Is there any reason you have to start a match at noon?
I don't know.
But anyways,
I mean, that would also make for the Sunday League players, the fat guys that think they can actually still play.
yeah, the tier 15ers.
Yeah, that they can get their match in and then go home and watch it on TV.
So they just showed highlights of the last match with Divock Origui's miraculous goal.
It was a miracle. Minute. It is legitimately the only reason right now that they're in the title race. Because without those 3 points, they're out.
Firmino on the bench, Origi in. Mm-hmm. So that'll be an interesting play. Mane has moved to the center in a 4-3-3. Everton in their blue, they're running a 4-2-3-1. It looks like they've set up to try to score goals and
go up the middle.
Right. Richarlison is on the bench. He can go F himself. So I think with the lineup that Everton's put out there, looking to just score goals, and with the 4-3-3 lineup, especially that Liverpool has, this has the potential to be a very high-scoring match. Mm-hmm. That I think actually would play to Liverpool's favor. However, they have not historically, especially as of late, performed well at Goodison at all.
No.
Everton with the kickoff, by the way. Liverpool in their red. They're all red kit. And we're off.
Yeah, you were wearing a blue shirt during the pregame there, and
yeah, Chris
I kind of had to guilt you into changing.
Chris
the
was
shirt.
on my case. He guilt tripped me out of that shirt I really liked, and now it's blue.
He's not today.
Your exact words were, "Dude, you can't wear blue on Derby Day." So just so you know, as Americans, we do care about Derby Day. Probably not as much as you Liverpudlians do, you Scousers.
No, but you can actually understand the words that are coming out of our mouths.
Yeah, right. Right. I would hate to hear that honest conversation between Jamie Carragher and Wayne Rooney.
I also see with Seamus Coleman and Lucas Digne in there, I see crosses are going to be hard for Liverpool to get. That's how they scored every single goal against Watford.
Yeah, and what was a drubbing. We didn't actually manage to see the game, unfortunately.
Because it wasn't aired.
Because it wasn't aired here in the United States.
And I couldn't get any illegal Reddit stream.
Yeah, because we have one channel that carries them. And by the way...
And they bought them out.
Right. One channel that airs all the matches, and they refuse to air on any of their channels the Liverpool-Watford match.
He's offside. Yeah,
he was definitely offside.
Salah was definitely offside.
Yep.
Good call.
They're booing it.
Of course they are.
Well, I mean, I got to imagine there are plenty of Liverpool fans 6 blocks away from Anfield.
You know, what'd be really funny is if they were playing the game at Anfield on the big screen and had like a viewing party. And then when Liverpool scores, or if Liverpool scores,
You could hear
their stadium from Goodison.
Yeah. The English rivalries, I gotta say, are absolutely hilarious because they just the type of derby of locality that they have in England just doesn't exist in the United States. Like the closest thing you could plausibly get would be the Subway Series here in the United States. That's between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets and baseball.
Which is even closer than the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs.
Right, because like the Jets Giants, yes, they play in the same stadium, but there's no real rivalry there.
No.
It's not like Jets fans hate Giants fans,
No.
Whereas,
Giants fans just laugh at Jets fans, and Jets fans get angry because the Giants are better.
Yeah, I mean they're salty, but I wouldn't say that they dislike them or get angry. It's not like the rivalry.
I'm just trying to make fun of the Jets fans and the Jets team.
But you get what I mean. Like these two stadia are 6 blocks away from each other.
True.
Like the neighborhood the neighborhoods within Mersey of,
It's a village inside of a city that has 2 top end teams.
Right, but those 2 villages adjoin each other.
It's the same village.
No, it's not.
Mersey.
No. Merseyside. Within Merseyside, there are 2 teams in Liverpool. But of course, the way that they do their counties and towns and cities and such in England makes no damn sense to us Americans. Like here in the United States, you have the United States, the state, the county, and then the municipality. That's it. Occasionally within the municipality, there are boroughs. That's it. It's a linear degradation, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right. We don't have this horizontal tiering that they have in England, where like the city of London is like 6 blocks, right? And there is no technical city of London or township of London. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Oh, is Ghana going to waste 4 minutes at the end of the game here too?
Yeah, I mean Everton doesn't play. We like this. They don't play the park the bus style.
No, they don't. They actually try to attack, which is beneficial for us, and as fans of the sport, is beneficial. It's more exciting when people goal for goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like watching a puffer in Ice Climbers Maine.
Yeah.
How about that for a ridiculously nerdy reference?
And if you're going to talk a gaming reference in general, it's like watching 2 tanks battle each other.
Well, yeah, in terms of fighting games, yeah.
Yeah.
Or in terms of RPGs, too.
Yeah.
Takes forever. And it's just cha-chink, cha-chink, cha-chink. No movement.
No damage.
Yeah. So we haven't had a whole lot of movement here. It's about 5 minutes in. Haven't had a whole lot of... I think the teams are still getting used to each other's lineups because Liverpool doesn't play a whole lot of 4-2-3-1s. And they're diverting to their classic 4-3-3.
That was a nice interception there by Trent that got taken away. Oh, man, this is actually good movement from Everton here.
Bit high of an angle, though, from Goodison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is almost like the, oh God, where does Spurs play? Wembley. The Wembley angle sucks. I'm sorry, the Wembley angle sucks.
I want to say, where do the Spurs play?
Yeah, well, there's that. There is that, yeah. So we actually did finally get a chance, we have to say this. Last night we had a chat about the weather in Liverpool versus the weather in Barcelona. And we finally got a chance to see what the weather was like in Liverpool. And man, it kind of makes me not want to go to Liverpool.
It's just like, for us, it would be perpetual fall.
Yeah. Like they don't have a proper summer ever.
They also don't have like a real winter. That should be a yellow.
That's probably going to be a card. Yep. He's going to his pocket. Yep. Good call.
That's the proper call.
Yep.
When you're on a fast break like that and you got beat.
And yeah, sorry, Danny Walcott. Like
Theo,
yeah. Danny Walcott played like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Martin Atkinson, Christopher's favorite.
Not quite. No, there are worse. There are worse, but he's not good. I mean, he's also English, so there's that.
Yeah. Chris seems to think that the English referees suck.
And I'm not saying that they're one-sided. They're just bad. They're just not good at their job.
Yeah, so we noticed that that Liverpool basically doesn't get winter, but they also don't get summer.
Yeah, there's no time where you can wear shorts comfortably.
Right. And then we compared that to Barcelona, where it's like perpetually summer.
And the reason why we did that is because there's rumors that Delight could be going to either Liverpool or Barcelona.
Probably not Liverpool. If Barcelona is in that conversation, he's not going to Liverpool. It's kind of like, if the Mets and Yankees are competing for a player, if it turns out that the Yankees have made an offer or are in talks with the player,
they're getting him because they have the money.
Yeah, as the Mets, there's no point in even having that conversation. You are out of negotiations.
Yeah.
And that becomes especially relevant on a day like today.
Nice pickup by
nice
Alisson.
pickup on that cross by Alisson.
Yeah, it was a good cross though.
We are gonna get crapped on tonight with snow.
Oh, come on, Salah. Way too heavy of a touch.
Yeah. We're going to get crapped on tonight with snow. And neither of us are looking forward to it.
The prediction is 6 to 8 inches.
So, I mean, historically for us in New England, that's really not that much. Also in England, they don't get 6 to 8 inch snowstorms.
Yeah, but this is March. Can we be over this for once? Come on.
It's March 3rd. In like a lion, man.
I know, but if we're going to get 6 to 8 inches, I'd rather have it be in January.
Yeah.
Or February.
Yeah, the Ohio winter. The Ohio winter, which is brutal, miserable, freezing cold, tons of snow for
2 months.
2 months, and then you're right into spring.
Yeah, which I wouldn't hate. I wouldn't like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a winter fan in any way, shape, or form.
Also, fuck Ohio.
Yeah,
when is there in Ohio?
Other than a couple Hall of Fames.
Yeah. I mean, they're big.
Or Halls of Fame, sorry.
The big three cities, the big C's there, Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, are kind of terrible cities.
Yeah, and then you're also talking about places like Akron.
Yeah.
Which is
slightly better Flint.
Of all of them, I would probably most like to live in Cincinnati because there's just...
This could be a goal. Oh, man, that was scary. So this high angle made it look like Virgil just kicked that ball into his own net. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was clearly not. Wow. What the hell's up with that camera angle?
Yeah.
He's actually offside, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's just misses that. Yeah, that is just a lighting effect from the camera.
Yeah.
I wonder what the hell is going on over there.
Again, Virgil cleaning up the mess.
Yep.
And I honestly think that Everton's looked the better team so far.
They have, and it looks to me like it's the 4-2-3-1 that's doing it, and not just individual play.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That looks like a foul.
That was a foul.
Studs up. Speaking of studs up, that Spurs Arsenal game. That whoever it was from Spurs, was it? That came in studs up on the keeper, that should have been a red.
Especially on the keeper.
And let's talk about that match.
If you're going to protect a player, you protect a keeper.
And let's talk about that match. That match was a shit show. There's no other way to describe it.
Yeah, as I said, bad English refereeing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know that
it wasn't necessarily one-sided, like I said.
Right. No, it wasn't like Spurs were given the match,
No.
Because Harry Kane was...
He was offside.
He was offside, and then before that, he scored a goal when he was onside and called offsides.
Mm-hmm. So, and then Arsenal on the penalty that Aubameyang missed was a really, really, really weak call.
It was a soft penalty call for sure. So it was like, ball don't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, by the way, I love seeing in basketball because there are so many times in the NBA foul.
Yeah, there's my 2 points, free of charge.
And then they missed the free throw. I'm like, ball don't lie.
Yeah, but that Spurs Arsenal match, man, and the fans were going crazy. What was interesting is that after a wild match like that, when that final whistle blew, it was silent.
Yeah.
So and that was at Wembley, which you would presume, I guess.
Wembley is, I believe, the largest stadium
in England. Yeah, I think it's the largest football-specific, soccer-specific stadium in England.
Mm-hmm. Because they do also play American football there too.
Well, they all know. I mean, I think their biggest, in terms of stadium capacities, are horse racing by a lot, and then I think it's after that it's like cricket.
Well, yeah, because cricket
Cricket
does have
fields
a
are
huge field.
ridiculously huge. This could be a goal for Liverpool.
Oh,
Man,
good
screen though. Good screen
defense.
on Origi, the guy that was screening Origi.
Yes, he did a great
Like
job.
that's not a foul. He held his
No,
ground.
I think that was Lucas Digne.
Yeah. Just holds his ground and makes it so it's hard for Origi to get at the ball. You're
Yeah.
allowed to hold your ground.
Yeah, he
absolutely. Well done. I hate saying it, but well done.
You blocked him out.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't stick his arms out. He just kind of like held his arms in place, and Origi had to get around him and couldn't get around him.
Oh, come on, get over that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, Hendo, when he got pulled against
Salah. Yeah, Hendo, yeah.
Oh man, was it? It wasn't Watford. It was the match before that.
I mean, I don't care.
And he was salty about it, and it was like, dude,
I don't.
Hendo,
first
you're the
off,
captain of the
First off,
team.
I don't care. They're
I
gonna.
mean,
This
I
team
kinda
has
do.
such good unity that it's not going to cause an issue long term.
I
He
kinda
probably was
do.
either he could have been mad at himself for playing poorly. You don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of do, but in terms of journalism, it's a lot of dog bites, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of crap that I don't care about that shouldn't be published and shouldn't
Yeah, it's
be
like
talked about.
tabloid nonsense. And like, do I want him storming off the field and not shaking Klopp's hand
No,
when he gets subbed and like, it was really petty the way he behaved. But
no, but this also
is it
isn't
that
Paul
big a
Pogba
deal? No. It's Paul Pogba.
with Jose
Who's-
Mourinho.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a difference too because with Paul Pogba, he was sabotaging his own team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like
he's
his-
not sabotaging his own team. He was just a little upset that day, and you're allowed to have emotions.
Yeah, I mean, it would be better if he didn't act the way he did as the captain of the team.
I understand.
But I agree with you. Like, it's not that big a deal. This is going to get called.
No,
No. All right.
that shouldn't have been called too. That was a good no call. Like he fell over because he slipped.
Oh, those blue. Oh, great ball forward to Salah.
Oh.
Can't quite get a foot on it.
And Seamus Coleman did a good job of clearing that.
That was
out.
from Hendo, no?
Yeah. No, Hendo has some good up the middle feet.
Which is too bad because he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, great ball. Great ball. Puts it right in his breadbasket, and Mo just couldn't get his foot wrapped around
yeah,
it.
the defender got there first.
Yeah, I mean, I think he could have gone righty and had a shot at it. Left foot from Salah, right at
Pickford. He's
Pickford,
mad
yeah.
at himself. You can see that he's mad at himself.
Yeah, he managed to work it free to his left foot. Jesus. Dude, I
Alisson with his
love
feet.
Alisson, but I swear to God, every match he gives me at least 5 mini heart attacks.
Yeah, same. He does a good job putting on his left, but he needs to figure out how to shoot with his right.
Yeah, he does.
He can do it
Because
I've seen him do it
they
before.
shield that left side so hard that by the time he gets an opportunity, there's hardly anything open for him.
Exactly. He's got to change it up. Just like I said with Robbo, he's got to take more shots.
Right, and that's where
they're
Pickford.
guarding they're guarding Robbo as if he's never going to shoot. They're giving him the goal
Yeah.
and not letting him get the cross.
So on that shot from Salah though, like what you see is the players are shading his right, which means they're giving him the right foot. Mm-hmm. Right. So once he manages to beat those defensive players and gets it to his left, Pickford knows he's going to want to go left.
Exactly.
So
he knows how to position
the
himself.
moment they are even kind of out of position, Pickford moves to his right to take off the left,
Because he's not going to shoot with his right. And
which is too bad because he has a fine right. It's not great, but he has a fine right.
it's good enough.
Yeah, especially because he manages to get himself into such good positions so often. It's like just take the right
And honestly, I believe that's why Mane is scoring more prolifically.
because he's taking more shots.
He's taking more shots and he's
Ooh.
taking them off both feet.
Yeah.
So there's no good way to guard him one-on-one.
Well, I mean, the thing is with Mane, I think that's more important than anything is he's taking the first touch.
Yes, he's going for goal.
Jesus, Alisson, guys. Wijnaldum on the pitch. Was Wijnaldum in the starting lineup?
Yes, it was Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Fabinho,
Okay, that's what I thought.
which is a
Hendo on the right.
pretty defensive. Low ball in, Henderson won a corner.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to take it now that Milner's off. Probably Hendo.
Trent.
You think Trent?
They need Hendo in for his height.
That's true. This is not a tall team.
And they
Take what
actually
you can
probably
get.
want to put him back. I mean, personally, if I'm setting him up, I'm putting him on the line and I'm putting Salah back.
Do you with Trent moving so far forward? Do you want Virgil forward? They just brought him in. They just brought Virgil and
so that
Matip
means
forward.
That means that they have two guys back.
It's probably Fabinho and
Robbo.
Robbo. Not a bad cross in.
Needs to be a little higher. It needs to be on a player.
Oh, great! Oh,
just a touch too heavy from Fabinho.
Yep, and he was leading Virgil too. So Virgil, if that was even so much as Wijnaldum sees the ball coming and gets on his horse right away.
Yeah, he has a quicker first step. Granted, on a straight run, Virgil's actually really fast. He was clocked as the third fastest player on the team, behind Mane and Gomez.
That's interesting. Okay.
Gomez is clocked as the fastest player on the team.
It was just hard for me to believe because we've seen him on the pitch, and on the pitch he doesn't look like the fastest player.
And I think that might be, again, because he's a defender and that those first steps aren't necessarily always the best.
I mean, Mane to me looks like on the pitch the fastest player because
he's also the most decisive player.
Salah is lightning fast, and I've seen Mane outrun Salah on a straight run.
Yeah, me
too.
There
was that famous goal where Salah had that break.
Yeah, and Mane cleared out two defenders.
And Mane was kind of right behind him and just shielding the defenders and slowing down.
Yeah, he slowed down.
Slowed down and still kept pace with Salah to shield the other defenders so the other defenders couldn't help on the far side.
Granted, Salah had ball. So normally with ball, you're a little bit slower than without.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it looked like Mane wasn't really even trying and the rest of the players were.
Yeah.
Not a bad ball over to Salah. Fabinho, we're back to that nonsense.
Good pickup from Origi. Put it up, Robbo.
Yeah, Robbo, dude, this is what we keep saying. Like they're not guarding him.
They're not guarding him because they're like
the moment he gets into a shooting position, it's just lay off of him. Oh, that was almost a butchered header back to the keeper for a goal. Almost.
Which, if you saw the Chelsea loss earlier in this week, there was a bad pass back to keeper that was an own goal.
Who was it that we saw that was I think we said it in our last broadcast, actually, the pass back to keeper handball. It's not really a handball, it's just an illegal touch.
Yeah, I forget who it was.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That did happen.
It was a leftover match, I feel like. Like after the Liverpool, they was live looking at somebody.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
That's always funny as hell to see.
Yeah, and the reason why he did it is because he's like, oh crap, the defender's gonna get there before me. I better smother up this ball.
Smother up the ball and just take the indirect kick.
Yeah.
Screw it. Like it's not a direct free kick, otherwise it would be a penalty, first things first.
Yeah, right? Which you don't want. That's
too strong of that's too harsh of a punishment.
Yeah.
So I get why in that circumstance it would be an indirect kick. And an indirect kick inside the box, if it's the same exact thing outside the box, has to be an indirect kick. Of course, the difference is that if a keeper is handling the ball outside the box,
it's just a handball.
It's just a handball.
Which is direct, yeah.
It was a ballsy challenge by Matip.
Oh, that was a nice feed to Mane, but the defenders cleaned it up.
Yeah, put too much of a head on it. Got it out too much out in front of him. Man, I don't know, man. The last Liverpool match we watched together, I feel like we weren't quite as into it as we are in the derby.
Well,
yeah. Like our conversation veered away from the match quite a bit. Whereas today it's like honed in on match. Especially you, dude. Like, you almost look like you want to just shut up and go, drool.
Right? I also have a good friend that's an Everton fan because of Tim Howard.
That's reasonable.
He's an American.
He's a fan of American.
He's a fan of the U.S. men's national team, and the best player that they've ever had was Tim Howard, and he played for Everton for a decade. So, I understand it, but I still rag on him for choosing a team that sucks.
Yeah, a team that hasn't been even in the top 4 in God knows how long.
I mean, they were in the top 4 with Tim Howard.
Oh yeah, but dude, Tim Howard hasn't been on that team in like 3 years.
True.
Like Tim Howard retired after playing a few years in MLS.
Out to Salah.
I don't know. That didn't look like a handball. You can't give
The arm was at a
handballs.
natural position on the side, right?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that's-
right on his hip.
Yeah,
it's
no.
right on his hip.
No, I
and
don't
you
call
got
that.
drilled from like 3 yards away. Like,
I don't.
No,
Yeah.
come on, folks. Like the fact that the ball touches your hand does not make it a handball. It needs to be played with the hands, which implies, of course, intent.
Nice flub there by Matip.
Yeah, man, Matip, Jesus. Ugh.
And then
And then Matip gets beat. Cleaned up by Robbo. Cleaned up by Robbo, who puts up a throw-in. This high angle makes it so hard to tell where balls in the air are going.
Yeah, it really does.
Right? This is a shit angle. I'm sorry. Right? Like, I realize that it's going to be tough no matter what to get perception of depth when the ball's in the air.
Looks like they're going to try the long throw with Digne.
Oh, yeah. If they're cleaning off the ball, that's what they're doing.
Did you ever do a long throw?
Did I ever perform one? No.
Did your team ever?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was the one that did the long throws.
Well,
I threw it.
Well, I mean, I would do a lot of the throw-ins when I was a kid because I could throw it further than a lot of players. But that's not what we were doing. Like, when I was on the freshman team in high school, occasionally Spencer Lord would do the flip throw. Mm-hmm. And that was effectively a corner kick.
I didn't learn how to do a flip throw.
That was effectively a corner
But
kick.
I could throw it from the sideline to the penalty spot. And that's why they wanted me on those throws.
Oh, no. When Spencer would do his flip throw, it was a corner kick.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting. It is kind of just like stupid and cheesy and cheap, to be honest.
It's also really hard to perform.
Yeah, so that's probably why you never see it in the upper leagues. But
And
we did
it's
get
kind of an injury risk.
Yeah, it's clowning. Let's be honest, it's clowning. We were playing a game that we didn't give a shit about. I don't even think we were winning. I think it was actually drawn.
Were you in goal?
No. No, that was a reference to my JV coach when I was on the JV squad was horrible. Had never played or coached soccer before he started coaching soccer because he felt like it.
Yeah, because he was the baseball coach.
Yeah,
and
he was the
felt like
baseball
doing
coach
something
and knew fucking nothing about soccer.
Yeah.
Right? And there was a point where I stopped caring because I was on the JV squad at that point, and it was towards the end of the year, and I just didn't give a shit. So at practice, instead of playing any of my normal positions, which are be fullback and midfielder, I started playing goal.
Holding mid or attacking mid?
Holding.
Okay. Which, by the way, that is the position with the most criticism and the least glory.
Yeah.
Like
Stopper, basically.
Yeah, I kind of feel for defensive midfielders because it is arguably the most important position behind goalkeeper, and
yeah, no glory.
There's nothing.
No
you
glory.
get nothing for it.
Yeah. So what happened was my JV coach noticed that in practice I was playing keeper, and I was pretty good at it. Not great, but pretty good.
It's also practice.
Right, it was practice. Like our other keeper was. If we had a scrimmage in practice, our other keeper would be on the other side of the pitch, and somebody else needed to play keeper. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Right, because on the JV squad you don't have backup keepers.
No,
you have defenders that glove up if somebody gets injured.
Yeah,
right. That's basically what I was. So
yeah, you have James Milner.
There was a match at the end of the year where the varsity squad did not have a match, and because of that, we got their keeper as our backup keeper. All right, we got the varsity keeper as our backup keeper,
who was actually really good.
Yeah, I'll say his name because he's really good. Ben Belly. He was really, really, really good. He was scouted by a number of schools, and I remember our keeper got pulled in the 70th minute, and our coach pulled the keeper and told the keeper to give me his gloves. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What? Well, I'm not a keeper. What are you doing? The only reason you would ever put me in net is if the keeper got injured and you had to put me in net. Right? And the only reason you would put me in there is because I was the only one in practice who was bothering to try. By the way, we had another guy on our team who was previously a keeper. But no, my jackass coach put me in instead of our actual keeper or the varsity keeper or the other guy who or the other guy who was a fullback who had actually played keeper in a game. Like, thank God I didn't get scored on, because I would have looked like a complete ass. Right? Like, I remember yelling at my coach, like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Yeah. So that was my one experience in a meaningful game of any kind in keeper. No goals allowed. Clean sheet.
Nice. Did you have a shot? What? Did you have any saves?
Well, I had stops, but I didn't have saves.
Okay.
So breakaway, I was a very, very, very aggressive keeper. So if there was a breakaway, I would just come out to ball and dive on it, and then
risk the red.
Yeah, risk the red. I was just about to say that exact phrase: risk the red. Fuck it. Right? Like I've never been a very good reactionary keeper.
Me neither.
So
in fact, I'm a terrible keeper.
I'm all right because I play.
Salah on the
break, all by himself. Can you get it to his left? No.
Hendo
to clean up.
Fuck. Salah, shoot with your fucking right. God damn.
They gave you the right for 30 yards.
Shoot with your fucking right.
Oh my God, Mo Salah, take it with the right, please. Look at this. Oh my God, beautiful pass.
Up the
beautiful
right.
Setup, all by himself.
He's had the right foot.
And he's forcing it to his left foot. He's on the right side of the pitch, forcing it to his left foot to go to the far side of the keeper.
And then Pickford sees that.
Yeah.
And then leans to his right.
Right, like, but the easier spot to score on in that position, because the keeper is shielding, is at that point not diving on ball, he's just shielding the net, is the short side. Go right foot. I don't know. I mean, that to me is like the perfect example of where
Klopp, of what he needs.
Klopp needs to sit him down and say, you have to start using your right.
I don't like this call. And the reason why I don't like this offside call, I know it's the proper call, but I think the rules should be changed. If you are a defender and the ball hits you and goes in a different direction towards a player that is in an offside position that was not being passed to,
right. So
it shouldn't be offside.
Right, you played it to the other player, not the teammate played it. Right, so Mo Salah did not play it to Mane.
No, he was playing it.
The Everton player played it to Mane.
He was playing towards the penalty spot, and Mane was further forward.
Right, so Fabinho gets the ball in the cross.
He's playing back.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing back.
I'm sorry, no.
He was not playing that to Mane.
That is not an incidental ricochet. That is... Oh, Martin Atkinson having problems with his receiver, apparently.
Like, that is a defender you fucked up. The ball was not played to the offside player. It happened to go to him off of the defender because he played it. It shouldn't be offside. I know it's not in the rule that way, but that's the way the rule should be written. Because Fabinho clearly knew that Mane was offside. Because what you can do as a defender is, I'm going to play to this offside player.
Yeah.
Off a deflection.
Basically pass it back.
I'm gonna aim it off my head and make it look like I tried to clear it.
Yeah, no. I mean, there is the incidental contact, right? Like if Fabinho is trying to get it to Mane, and then
it
the
goes
incidental
off
contact, the player and still goes to Mane.
That is fine.
That's
I'm
offside.
fine with the offside call, but the ball wasn't played to him.
No, clearly. I mean, unless you're going to argue that Fabinho clearly was trying to get it to Mane, but he definitely wasn't.
He wasn't. He was trying to get it to Salah.
That ball was 15 yards behind Mane. It looked like Salah. Yeah.
It looked like to Salah.
Yeah.
It looked like it wasn't a great ball, to be honest, because there were way too many blue shirts.
Yeah, and he should have gone to Mane, to be honest.
Yeah, and he should have done it earlier when he was onside.
Yep. "31 minutes in, Liverpool clearly have had the better chance, singular.
But I think it's honestly, if you're looking at it...
Pretty even play otherwise.
Pretty even, yeah.
Yeah. I think as a fan, the team that would, I think, be the most nervous would be probably Everton fans.
Oh, terrible ball from Mane.
Because
Robbo
really
was not making the cut.
That's a foul.
Yeah.
That's not
a yellow because there was no clear breakaway.
Yeah. There really has only been one really good opportunity, and it was on Liverpool, and it was for Liverpool.
Well, there's been 2.
I mean,
Well, and 3 if you're counting the one where Everton had a really, really good one right in front of the net that Van Dijk cleaned up.
yeah, but that wasn't like. I'm sorry, that Mo Salah one was the one.
You had a breakaway and you didn't shoot with your right. Dink it in the near corner with your right foot. Even hit outside of your foot if you're comfortable with it. They're showing 60-40 possession.
Yeah.
3-0 shots, 2-0 shots on goal.
I don't like doing this, but I gotta do it. Hopefully now the folks can hear. Hopefully the folks at home can hear us a little bit better now. Turn the volume up just a hair. And got myself just a little bit closer to the mic.
Something I like about Hendo recently is that when he's been given pitch, he takes it.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes
He
to dribble.
moves it up, which I'm good with. As a holding midfielder, like right now, Fabinho's got space. Bring it up until you're challenged, and when we're challenged, pass it off.
Yeah. Or beat the defender, but you're a holding midfielder, so probably pass it off.
Yeah, you're a holding midfielder. Your position is not to be creative. Sorry.
That should do it. All right, you see how where I am is in the yellow? Yellow is the goal here.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so see how now you're back into the yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so advice to anyone at home that likes to live stream themselves on OBS, when you look at the volume meter, there's like the green area, there's the red area, which is where you're peaking. You don't want to be in there. And then there's the yellow area. Yellow area is basically where you want to be.
You see the red challenge flag on the side?
The challenge flag?
No, there's something. It looked like there's a red armband or something on the sideline, or a ribbon or whatever.
Well, I mean, it's better than it used to be. Like, even so much as recently as like the 90s, there'd be shit all over these fields because people would just throw shit all over the fucking field.
And the field condition is so much better.
Oh, yeah, dude. I was watching highlights of previous derbies, and like,
There's so much dirt.
the fields are just destroyed. The mow lines are laughable. The paint is barely visible. And you're right. It's all torn up mud anywhere near the keeper. Like look at the 6-yard box right now. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Mo Salah on the break and on his left. Yeah.
Well,
That might have been a corner. I don't think it is.
it looked like a corner. It looked like it should have been a corner.
I mean, they're walking away like it's a corner.
See, again, he needs to learn to use his rights.
Or just put that left foot up right away.
Yeah.
No, don't hesitate. Just put the left foot up. He had plenty of guys up. Yep, it was a corner. Trent on the spot. Fans at Goodison Park booing, of course. Trent goes short to Hendo. Back to Wijnaldum.
Fabinho.
Fabinho, sorry. Jesus Christ. How did I mess those two up?
Yeah.
Robbo by
Robbo
himself.
alone.
Jesus. I guess Liverpool brought the house forward. Jesus. Van Dijk with a possibility here for an assist.
That didn't look like a foul. That looked like he tried to do a bike to clear it and fell on his ass.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't call anything there. Plus, Everton got the ball anyway. I wanted to just let it go. You let it go. But that's not one of those things where I really care.
no, it wasn't that big a foul. It
No.
wasn't that big a deal.
No, but if I'm a refereeing, if I'm on the refereeing committee, and I'm looking at these games and I'm trying to be critical of every little thing that they're calling, which, by the way, they do exist. Like when I was refereeing, it was about twice a year we would have guys from the committee come by and scout the referees and then give us a grade.
Yep. I actually want to bring that to the ADL. Referee grading.
I got a B+ and an A-. The reason why I got a B+ was because and both of them were ARs.
Yeah, well, you and I didn't really have a whole lot of refereeing positions when we were kids.
No.
Probably because we were kids.
This was recently.
Oh, all right.
And both two of them, the one where I got the B+, was because there was a ball that dribbled into the corner that I didn't run out.
Yeah, so you're out of position.
No, it was just a dribbled in the corner and went out of bounds, but the association wants me to run out every single ball. And I did that twice when it was clearly going to go out of bounds, and I didn't bother. And there was nobody that was challenging it. So I understand. I get it.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be in line with the last man back or ball, whatever it is.
Right, which is what they were saying. Like, it doesn't matter if it's going out of play and nobody's challenging it.
Yeah, if the ball
you have to run the ball out.
Yeah, if the ball
you don't know.
If the ball is determining offsides, you're supposed to be with the ball.
They also said because you need to be in the better position to make sure that if it's out of bounds or not. Because really, those are the two calls you make as assistant referee. Is it out of bounds? Is it offside?
Or like we saw in the Chelsea match earlier today, which was hilarious, the illegal throw.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but at this level, that should never get called.
It's actually often the head referee that makes that call.
Yep. And we could tell that's what he was calling was an illegal throw because he made this motion with the leg kick up, you know?
Yeah. Oh, here's a really good position for Everton, and he skied it.
Yeah. Yeah, the old lift up the leg like you're a girl in some chick flick with like kissing a dude, the make-out session in public. It's inappropriate and cheesy and terrible for movies.
So Lifetime?
Yeah, every movie on Lifetime.
Ever.
Ever. It always starts off with some wifey McBeady abusive
By
relationship.
the way, a lot of those relationships that they end up doing are really not healthy. Like, oh, well, I'm going to crash this wedding and
white knight you
white knight you when you've already got a wedding, you've already got a stable household. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna break up this household and ruin some dude's life.
Yep.
Because
but I mean,
I want to fuck you.
You're talking about wedding crashers specifically, obviously.
No, I'm not talking about wedding crashers.
But
I'm talking about
Lifetime always starts off with like it kind of like an extreme version of The Wedding Singer, where like the dude is like straight up wifey McBeady, right? Mm-hmm. And then in comes the white knight, you know, to steal her away. And basically all he's doing is SJWing. You know, have you heard about all the recent scams about how like all these SJWs are like white knighting their way into a relationship, and it turns out that they're just using that rhetoric to get laid?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they are themselves also
people.
Douchebags who end up treating their girls like shit.
Not necessarily wifey McBeady, but like still
dickheads.
Terrible people.
Fucking dickheads. Like
I remember there was one of them where there was a girl that was in love with somebody, and he broke it off with her, and he was getting married in Ireland or whatever, and she went to go crash it to take him away. And it's like, lady, get over it. You're a stalker.
Yeah.
That is not a healthy relationship.
Well, I mean, from guys and girls. Like, if somebody's just getting married, like, for God's sakes, get over it. It's too late.
Yeah.
Like, and the wedding ceremony is not the appropriate place to say that this dude's a wifey McBeady.
Right.
Or that she's cheating on you.
Like, does anyone have any reason that these two shouldn't... First off, that question shouldn't be asked.
Yeah.
That's a stupid question.
Right. Right. And I mean, like, you're right, because the moment you find this stuff out is the moment you should reveal that information. That moment.
Yes.
Right. Like, and who, like, what is somebody whispering into your ear? Hey, I slept with her like last week, and it was beautiful. It was great. Here's the pictures we took. Here's a video.
Right?
Here's a video I posted on Pornhub that she doesn't know about.
Oh, great cross from Robbo. The defender just got there. Oh, like, Trent was open.
Like you know about those sort of things.
Yeah, Hendo, you fouled him.
Yeah, you know about those sort of things though, like before the fucking wedding ceremony.
Yeah, or if you did and didn't say anything, well,
that's shame on you.
Yeah,
shame on you. Tough luck. Wait till the ceremony's over, and then call the police.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have some decency, folks. But yeah, it turns out all these white knighters are just straight up rapists.
surprise.
Right. Just it turns out that South Park episode I wasn't taking seriously and didn't think was actually funny was 100% right. They're just doing it to get ass and crush puss, I think is what they said in South Park.
Yeah, PC stands for pussy crushing. I actually really like that episode.
Yeah. Yeah. Come to think of it, in hindsight, I think on second viewing it would probably be something I'd like. I just didn't get it at the time.
The one where Jimmy calls him out and creates like a real news station. Before the
and it turns
fake
out
news
all the PC guys were just using PC culture to get laid.
Yep.
Still treat women like shit.
Yep. And it's sad because I was in a fraternity and there were guys that did that.
Yeah. That white knighted their way into basically date rape.
And some of them were legitimate date rape.
And not just like, I'm drunk and making a dumb decision that I'm going to regret in the morning. That's not rape.
If you are coherent enough to say yes, whatever. But like,
ooh, I don't know if I like that call.
I don't know if I like that call either.
Even though it's in our favor,
But
I
the
don't know
thing
if I
is,
like it.
he's on the pitch. He might have seen. Yeah, okay, that's a foul.
Ah.
That's a foul. He juked, and then the dude got him with his. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
according
I
to how everything has been called,
I don't call
the whole
that.
rest of the season.
Well, according to
in
how the
every game.
NBA calls travels, there's no such thing as a travel.
Okay, James Harden.
I mean, dude, LeBron James has been doing it for 20 years.
James Harden has more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley.
Oh, you salty son of a bitch. James Harden has more rushing yards than Saquon.
Oh,
Not a bad tee up.
Not a bad tee up, but Virgil couldn't quite get the head on it.
Yeah, I mean that's more on the tee up than Virgil.
I know, but like
it's got to be a little bit
connection
better.
It's
got to be a little
there.
bit better. Also, I mean, look where he's heading that from. Like, even if he gets that on net, it's not going in.
Yeah,
Pickford's on that. Pickford cleans that up easy. So we're about 44 minutes in. I should let everybody know that we are going to have a little bit of an intermission here.
Yeah, because I got to blow it up.
Yeah. Well, we don't need to get too graphic, but
saying.
apparently my brother is going to lose some weight in the bathroom.
Hmm.
And yeah, he needs some time. And I can't carry a show, so there you go. There will be an intermission.
That and it's halftime.
Yeah, it is the intermission.
Yeah, it is actually intermission.
Yeah, I mean we've talked through halftime.
Yeah.
You know, historically we've just done that.
It looked like Mane fell over and was looking for a call. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, I mean this is going to be a scoreless going into half. Let's be honest.
Yeah, unless there's a late Divock Origi miracle.
Yeah, but like there's a reason we call it a miracle.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
It's
it
like the
was
2005
miraculous.
Champions League final.
Doesn't
that
happen.
won't happen again.
Yeah.
It never happened before. It won't happen again.
Right. Like that's why it's such a great story because those sort of things don't happen.
Yeah, and I understand the 1 minute. There was a little bit of time wasting. There was some people on the ground.
Well, yeah, there was one brief injury that
Yeah.
he just checked in on.
Yeah, and I'm okay with the 1 minute here.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of times it's obligatory, and it's like, well, there hasn't been a single stoppage to play.
yeah, no substitutions, no injuries, no stoppages, no penalties.
Oh, too much.
Like, 'cause sometimes referees will stop the watch on a penalty to get the penalty set up.
Yeah, because sometimes it takes a while, especially if people are pushing and
Well,
shoving.
especially if it's Champions League, because the Champions League penalty setup is different from the rest of.
That, and if there's a free kick that's in a dangerous area, if it's in the danger zone, and they're pushing and shoving, and he has to blow the whistle to like
Right into the
danger zone. But yeah, like sometimes when they're lining up free kicks, they'll do that too, and I think they did that earlier. This should be whistle.
Yeah, this should be the end of it here. Martin Atkinson calls it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, that's intermission. Christopher, go lose some weight. We will see you guys shortly.
Yep. she's right.
All right, we're back from our intermission with, since it is just barely noon.
It's afternoon.
Cheers. Delicious. So hopefully we can get this game going here soon.
I caught like the last sentence of their
Halftime special?
halftime show, and Rebecca Lowe is right. If they don't score, the title race is in City's hands.
Is in City's hands. She's 100% right. Right, Liverpool needs to score, needs this win badly.
And they really should want to put up multiple
this is
goals.
not the first time we've said this. City is going to win out. Mm-hmm. You have to treat the season as though City is going to win out because, dude, look at their schedule, look at their performance. They're going to win out.
And yes, they might be missing Kevin De Bruyne for a little bit here again, but it doesn't matter. They're so deep that a player of his quality, which is world class. He's a world class player. I'll say it. Even without him, they're still the number one team in the country. And
I mean, you're right. And I think if Liverpool is going to be looking to get a goal, they need to make a substitution. And to me, the substitution I would be making is the one that we discussed earlier. Mm-hmm. I think Salah for Sturridge to get that goal because Sturridge will actually use his right occasionally.
And Salah has not been playing well.
No, that's not true. He's been playing fine. It's just he hasn't. We need an A out of him, and he's been giving us B+.
Yeah. Well, what I said was a D, and then move Mane to the outside position.
Yeah, and then have Sturridge just up top.
Yep. And try to funnel it into him, and see if he can get a header.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that working. I think the simpler route would be to just go straight 1-for-1, Sturridge for Salah.
I also think that Genie hasn't exactly had a good first half.
Yeah, so you could go Shaq and just abandon defense at that point.
Yeah, all the defenders all the midfielders. I really think I know, right? I really think that Henderson's actually played the best of the three.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm usually pretty critical of Henderson.
And we are, the two of us are brutal on Hendo. But you're right, he has been the best midfielder in terms of what we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Genie has been the weakest. But it's like he's had like a bad game. It's just if you're going to make a substitution for getting a goal, Shaqiri on for Wijnaldum.
Yes. I'm not going to say Fabinho has been bad, but he's played a defensive role. So he hasn't had the opportunity to move forward because he has to play back. Henderson has had the opportunity to move forward because he's not playing a holding midfielder position.
Would you 80th minute? You've only got one sub left. Would you put in Milner for one of the wing backs just to get those cross setups? And just say, you know what? A draw is a loss. So we're putting in Milner.
I don't know.
Because he is the best crosser in the team.
Well, not against Watford, but yeah, overall.
Yeah, he is the best overall crosser on the team.
He's also, in a game like this, it's important to have somebody who can take penalties.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, only because it's a derby. Only because it's a derby. And there's a good chance that in a derby you get a penalty to take.
Yeah, and yesterday, they missed one.
Well,
in a derby.
Yeah. Yep. Aubameyang missed one.
It was saved.
And to be fair, that was an amazing save.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But the thing is,
he still
had a penalty.
You have to give Lloris credit, man.
He still didn't convert it.
Unbelievable performance and keeper.
Yes, I still believe that it's important to have somebody who is a all-time penalty taker on the pitch at some point, especially late.
And I mean, I'll say it because even though it's going to be probably blasphemy, gun to my head, Milner at his best versus Steven Gerrard at his best. I want Milner on the spot. I think Milner has proved himself actually more capable than Gerrard at the spot. And if you actually look at percentages, Milner is more accurate from the spot.
Yeah, well, he also hasn't taken too many shots.
That's true. There hasn't been a whole lot of opportunities for him to miss. Because that's what you have to be talking about when you're talking about penalties. Because good penalty takers make this penalty almost every time.
That was a bad pass from Matip, and Hendo cleaned that up.
Yeah, and actually that was bad defending from whoever was pressing that high press.
Yeah, and that was a bad cross over
Jesus.
Durabo. It was way too high.
Not an impressive start to the second half for both teams.
No. Make sure that.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
Make sure you don't have the flash on because Firmino's teeth might blind the camera.
Yeah, so there was a fan who was trying to get basically a baby picture with Firmino.
And she got it.
And she got it. I thought that was cool. She doesn't know how to take a picture, though, because she held her phone this way rather than this way.
Yeah, it depends on how you want the picture taken. You can always crop stuff out.
Oh, for God's sakes. No, she clearly just doesn't know how to take a picture.
99% of people don't.
But that's just like basic crap, dude. Do you hold your phone sideways when you take a picture? Yes. Like every single time.
No. No, because of the phone. The way that the phone works, it's easier to hold it like this than it is to hold it like this. So you're going to have a better time getting a clear shot like this.
But it leads always to a crappier picture.
Not always.
Yes,
Again,
it does.
either
you wind up cropping the hell out of it and losing quality.
It's also a phone. Who gives a shit?
Here's the other,
It's about the moment. It's not about the quality of the picture.
No, but you get a better moment if you get a better picture.
No.
Also, like, it doesn't lead to an ergonomic view if your eyes are horizontal. By the way, that's the reason that cameras have always been wider than tall. Always. Since the dawn of
Photography.
Any type of photography, motion or still. The reason that the picture is wider than it is tall is because your eyes are horizontally situated. They're not vertically situated.
And you're talking about a picture, you should have 2 focal points instead of 1 so that your eyes can focus.
Well, I mean, in terms of the picture quality, I guess, but in terms of like strategically placing the picture, you want 1 point. You want the viewer to focus in on the one thing.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Generally
but
speaking.
I'm talking about framing. Henderson slowing down the counter.
But how about with video? Because like the number of times I see video on like Facebook and just mostly Facebook, that it's like you cut off so much that it's like, this video is now absolutely irrelevant.
People also, when they're taking pictures and video, don't understand that the focal point shouldn't be the middle. It should be slightly higher than the middle.
Right. So the focal point on the face is actually the eyes, not the nose.
Right. Even though your eyes are much higher.
Not much, but they're higher.
In terms of the positioning.
The middle of Christopher's face is probably right around here, but you should be focusing on the top of his eyes.
Yes. So there is a...
So actually, if you look at our stream, the middle of the stream is like right here-ish, like chest height.
Yeah.
Of course, the reason that might be the case is that we can get the.
Yeah, my jersey's not clean.
Because
it smells bad. So I'm not wearing
our Liverpool pillow is basically about where the center is right now.
Yeah. Although I do have a shirt on.
Oh my God, that shirt is destroyed.
Yeah. It's because it was a cheap printed on shirt. And the print started chipping away.
Worn that shirt out. No wonder you're wearing the
I'm wearing red. That's what matters.
Yeah?
I'm wearing red on Derby Day. Derby Day.
Like Derby County?
Yeah.
And, of course, all that mess cleaned up by Virgil.
Yep. Mane making chase, and he's not going to get there.
No.
But he might win a throw, and he did.
He probably did. Who knows?
Because that ball went straight up in the air. That's why you have that high press, because if he doesn't go after that ball,
defender just get possession right back.
Just gets possession.
Right back.
So it's not about winning the ball at your feet.
Yeah, well, it's not about the battle, it's about the war.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lose the battle, win the war.
Right. So like when you press, oh, that was nice. That was way too much though.
Yeah, he would have been offsides anyways.
When you press a keeper, it's not because you're trying to take the ball away from the keeper.
Yeah, you're trying to make the keeper make a bad decision and give the ball
flub
up.
it.
Yeah.
Because keepers and defenders are not your best passers. That's why they're keepers and defenders.
That was a moving ball.
It was a moving ball, but they never call moving balls.
They called it that one time against was it Karius with the moving ball?
I don't remember.
That got busted for a moving ball in like the Champions League final or something like that.
I mean, they didn't call Alisson on it, and Liverpool scored off of that.
Maybe that's what it was. Is that somebody was bitching because
that was terrible.
Yeah, that was really bad pass back from Fabinho.
Fabinho, who at this point, if I'm taking a player off because of that, this is a really good opportunity for them. Van Dijk cleaned it up.
Yeah, a good solid cross in. Theo Walcott waiting.
And Virgil is yelling at Fabinho.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
again,
a terrible pass.
If anyone is going to come off right
well,
now,
you see what
Fabinho.
happened there with Virgil? He didn't chase down the ball
because he
would have
that,
been so out of position to do that.
Yeah, and he also knew that Robbo was helping on the backside.
I mean, that's good defending.
Yes,
that's
also
it's good defending to know not to go to the ball there.
It's also like I'm on the bandwagon of Virgil should be captain.
Virgil van Dijk should be captain, eh?
Yes.
Let's have that conversation.
He is a born leader. He knows how to. Oh my
thank
God!
For Alisson. Jesus.
Holy crap!
That's your off-season transfer, man. No call.
Oh, he's calling it. That might be a yellow.
No, it won't. He's not going to his pocket. But anyways, Virgil van Dijk for captain. Do you want a co-captainship or do you want outright captain?
He should be outright captain.
Outright captain. So no Milner, no Hendo in captain spot.
Well, I mean, obviously you have
so that would be a co-captainship.
A vice captain. Well, because they're not co-captains. They're vice captains.
Okay.
So like, if Virgil's not on the pitch, the next one up.
Interesting what Martin Atkinson is doing here over ball.
Yeah. Something that I also heard the referees have done, I don't know about in top flight like this, is they'll put the whistle on top of the ball. After saying, wait for my whistle, they put it on the ball.
Interesting. Oh, my God, they're going for goal.
Yeah?
Oh,
I don't know who should take this.
We have Hendo. Hendo's walking away from ball. We have Trent lined up for his right foot. Salah lined up for his left foot about 25, 30 yards out. Trent on the ball, goes for goal, saved by Pickford.
Shot on goal.
Shot on goal, though. Not terrible. Not terrible.
If he's going to push further out.
Yeah, I mean, either you go. I think the better spot would have been to go Mo Salah on his left
and bury it in the upper corner.
Yeah, because Pickford was
shading
the right,
shading to his left, the keeper left.
Yeah, he was shading the left. Yeah.
I mean, I really do like Henderson. Don't get me wrong. I like him on the team. I think he should be on the team long term. Even though there are people that are saying sell him and get rid of him or cut him. And it's like, no, he's a critical part of this team.
Yeah, and to be honest, if he would actually decide more consistently to move the ball forward, he's one of the best players at moving the ball forward.
Yeah, I mean, in a game like today where he's actually in the position to move the ball forward, he's doing it. He's not doing those stupid back passes that we always rag on him for.
I mean, he's not losing possession when he makes those backward passes, but he's also not gaining anything from that.
He has one of the highest pass completion percentages in the league.
Yeah, because
of all the damn back passes.
Well, I mean, you're not a unique fan in that respect. Like,
No.
I'm sure you've seen the Facebook posts.
Yeah.
That just slam Hendo for pass backs. Milner warming up. Looks like Keita is also warming up. I don't know that I'm putting on Keita.
I would rather see Shaqiri. He hasn't had any playing time, and I want to see him get play time.
Yeah. I think Origi was going for goal. No?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Origi wide left going for goal.
Just.
Yeah, about a yard.
Yeah. And
Who is that long-haired blonde?
For which team?
Maybe that's Everton warming up then. I don't know.
No, I
any.
wasn't paying that close.
I don't know if Liverpool has any long-haired blondes on their bench.
How long hair is Mignolet?
They're not warming up Mignolet.
And they don't have Karius anymore.
And he really wasn't like that blonde.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty blonde.
He was like a dirty blonde. And by dirty blonde, I don't mean the blondes that you see on the hub. The hub.
There's 2 references to that site today.
Yeah. Ben Shapiro made a reference on his show to that site. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, he's on sides. Oh,
was
well
that a save?
defended.
Was that a save from Pickford?
No, that was the defender cleared it away.
I couldn't see because of the damn high angle.
Great ball into Salah. Salah going to his left instead of picking it out of his right. Like take the right there.
Yeah.
Take the right there. Nope.
And Keane cleans it up.
Yep, this should be a corner though.
Duh. See, I like having Salah at the top of the key there. I want the big players down in the box.
Like an O-line.
Yeah.
Oh, header!
Oh. Couldn't quite get on it.
Yeah. We had a couple of tall guys there, and they couldn't quite get on it. Oh, God. Robbo. Alisson, for God's sakes, clean this up. Jesus.
He gives me heart attacks.
Every game.
That was a great feed to Origi, though.
Yeah, who
but
almost got it out to Salah on the left.
Yeah, and if he got that out to Salah, that's another shot on goal.
Probably a goal.
Now, I don't know how they score shots on goal, but like with a block, does that count?
I don't honestly know.
Does it have to be a save from the keeper?
I think it does have to be a save. I don't know how they score it, but to me, a shot on goal is a shot attempt at goal that would have gone in goal if not for defensive play.
Right. So I think a defender block should count as a shot on goal, but
I think
don't
it should.
I don't know.
I honestly don't
how
know.
They score it.
A gun to my head, I think, gun to my head, 51%. Save or it's not a shot on goal.
Yeah, which is stupid.
It's kind of like the way they do assists in the Premiership. Like nothing is an assist.
Yeah,
and
unless it's a one touch.
Love own goals. Like incidental contact that on a ball that would have gone in anyways for some reason is an own goal.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a shot on goal and it goes in, it's a goal
by the
offensive player.
If it happens to take a deflection, that is not an own goal.
It looks like Richarlison's going to be coming on for Everton. So there might be a penalty claim at some point from a dive.
I don't know. I don't like Richarlison on both sides of that coin because he loves to foul dudes. He loves to wreck dudes like fucking Sergio Ramos.
Yeah,
shithead Sergio
Ramos. And then there's a blow on his ear and he'll fall to the ground and claim.
Oh yeah, I mean the number of times that he'll lean into a foul.
Yeah, and cause it, and then fall over and.
That's deception. That should be a yellow the other way.
Yeah. See, now I actually think is the time to put on a sub. You're in 60 minutes. Put on a sub.
Okay, Everton's going to put on the first sub. We're in the 59th minute, just about to close into the 60th minute. Theo Walcott off. Now let's see who's coming on.
Richarlison.
Richarlison's coming on.
They're clearly going for offense.
Yeah.
And I think Liverpool should do the same.
Milner getting his warm-ups off.
Looks like Firmino's getting his warm-ups off too.
Or is he just getting out of the way?
No,
Firmino is coming down the steps. I think I like that choice to put in Firmino. If you think he's at all healthy and you only got to play him for 30 minutes, play him for 30 minutes.
Oh, that looked offside, but yeah.
Yep, they got him.
Late flag, which by the way, I hate late flags.
I hate the late flag too.
Call it immediately or don't call it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a difference between like letting play on and then just the late flag.
Like if you're showing advantage and then you blow your whistle, there's a difference because the advantage never came.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, Michael Keane, well defended. Risky challenge because if he misses the ball, that's a red card penalty.
Yeah, like we said, he needs to.
That was a foul.
Yep. Richarlison falling over immediately.
Christopher, that was a foul. Come on.
Shoulder to shoulder, and he falls over.
No, it wasn't.
Looks like Sturridge is not warming up, and neither is Shaqiri.
Nor is Mignolet.
Shut up. You were asking a question of who had blonde hair in the team. I was
Long
answering
blonde
it.
hair.
Unless you're talking about the highlights from Firmino.
Firmino has highlights now? Oh, yeah, that's right. The stupid,
The tips, whatever. Oh, that was a great flick
great heel. Van Dijk to clean up.
Again.
Like he always does.
This really could end in a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, that would be a bummer to have
That would be a huge freaking bummer.
Yet another 0-0 draw. From a team that should be built to score tons of goals.
Yeah. Against a team that's not parking a bus.
Yeah. Who Liverpool actually struggle with, by the way. God, I hate Richarlison.
That was a good play by him, though. To get it
yeah,
off,
it was.
Get
to
it
get
off
it off
of
Origi. Yeah. Win himself a corner.
And again, Liverpool needs to make earlier. The first sub needs to be earlier.
Well, it depends on what you're doing with that substitution.
They should be going for goal, and that means you got to have earlier.
All right.
If Firmino's fit, put him on right now.
Who's coming off in that case? Origi. Yeah, and then you're moving Mane to the left.
Yeah, you want your traditional front three if you're going to go that way.
Looks like we're going to get a substitution here. 5 for 7. Milner on. Firmino's getting warmed up too. Milner on from Wijnaldum. I don't mind that.
Nope.
That's what we were talking about with getting somebody on to set up crosses. I don't mind that.
And for penalties.
And for penalties if you get one. Because Richarlison's on.
Yeah, right.
Richarlison's on in the middle of the derby. So...
Yeah, and then Firmino on for Origi.
Yep, Firmino for Origi. That's what's... Yep, okay, yep. Firmino is on for Origi.
Yep. I like the timing of the substitutions.
Yep. So do you move Hendo to the middle? I think you move Hendo to the middle.
No. I keep... all I'm doing is a straight swap.
Alisson.
He slipped
fell
on
his
pitch.
ass. So you put Milner straight on from Wijnaldum in the middle.
Yep.
And then Firmino
up top
with Mane moving to the left.
Yes.
Robbo, Jesus.
And that's why you challenge the keeper. Because they're more prone to make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, that mistake really was on Robbo.
Yeah, it was.
Who has not had a really impressive performance today.
He had that one really good clearance.
Yep. Scared me there, too, with Alisson. I thought that might have megged him.
Again, the high angle can't tell.
Yeah, right. Well, that and, like, he didn't go down to the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he brought his arms to ball rather than his body to the ball. Like, they teach you with those kind of balls, bend your knees, get to the ground. Oh, Trent gives up a bad one.
I think it was Matip.
Yeah, you're right. That was Matip.
And Richarlison won it back.
Yep.
Oh,
all right, here's Firmino's first touch.
Fabinho.
Mane on the break. Firmino's got it at the top of the box. Puts it up for Mane, who gets a header on it.
Oh, doesn't put it in the net.
Couldn't get it in the net. Couldn't get it in the net.
That's why you want Firmino.
That's why you want Firmino on.
Yeah.
What a run of play with these front three. Salah comes up the middle, gets it wide right to Firmino. Firmino chips it up to Mane, who makes the run into the middle. Mane gets a head on it, can't quite get it on net.
Nope. And you don't blame him for that because that's a really hard play.
Yeah, well, you get 5 more of those, you're bound to get a goal.
5 more, yeah. That's what it's going to take.
I mean, just the law of chance, you know?
Oh, I know. I'm saying, like, that's what it's going to take at this point. They need to get as many balls in the box as they possibly can.
Now, that said, they've used 2 of their 3 subs. I think you save sub for injury.
Or, like, 89th.
No, you don't do an obligatory sub. Interesting that they've got towels today for the ball on throw-ins.
They always do.
Do they?
Yeah, they always have towels available if you choose to ask for it.
So why are they using them today and not like any other day?
Because he's doing a long throw.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So only that guy basically is wiping off the ball.
Yes, because of the long throw. Dude, get away from him. Get away from him.
Oh, that's a card. He's running into the player before he's releasing. That has got to be a card. And here comes a send-off foul. Oh no. I was expecting
that needs to be called.
That needs to be called. Right? Like, you do not have the right to move into a position to obstruct the keeper.
Like if your back is to keeper and you're putting your leg out as he's throwing it, it's fine.
Yeah, or if you're just holding position or holding ground or moving in a straight line away.
But he moved towards the keeper.
He moved towards the keeper. As the keeper was trying to get the ball out of his hands, like before the ball came out of his hand. That was really dangerous cross that should have found the back of the net for sure.
Right at Becker, thank God.
Yeah.
I think Robbo did a good job of positioning on him to not give him any power on the header.
I mean, I don't know what it's going to take at this point. Like, they desperately need a goal. Desperately need a goal. And I don't know where it's coming from at this point. Like, unless you're going to tell Firmino he's got to play Spanish style.
But again, the rest of the forwards aren't that great at it.
Well, I mean, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Firmino is the only one that can do it, but he can do it. Hendo puts up one. Nope.
Oh, was that a chest? Was that a
chest?
Okay,
chest.
I couldn't tell.
Christopher was looking for a potential illegal touch there from Pickford,
but
it was chested to him. It was like lower chest, almost beer gut.
I mean, for me, it would be beer gut.
Yeah, none of these guys have beer guts. Wayne Rooney isn't on the pitch anymore.
No, there's Lukaku.
Lukaku lost the weight, man.
I just like making jokes because people make fun of him for being fat.
He's not fat. He's just jacked. Wayne Rooney was fat.
At the end of his career, yeah. When his second stint with Everton, yeah, he was fat. Oh man,
this has a real
get there,
chance.
Salah.
This has a real chance.
Put it up one time. Nope.
No, there's no help there. I think Milner should go for goal. He does. It takes a deflection.
That's a corner. And you got to put Milner on this.
Oh, of course he's on this now. That's set pieces are Milner's job. Period.
Set pieces and blow them up fouls.
Aggressive tackles, we'll call it. Blow them up fouls. But he goes short. He goes for the short corner,
which I don't get.
I don't like it. The whole point of putting on James Milner, and this, 68 minutes in, is to get header on Van Dijk. Fabinho, just take the shot.
Fucking
for God's
Christ,
sakes, just take the shot.
He wanted a corner, but he needs to take the shot there. Virgil did a great job setting him up on this.
Sets him up with the header, puts it right in the tee for him, and it's like, dude, you don't need to take the touch off the knee. Just wrap your foot around it.
Back up a touch.
Yeah, and wrap your foot around it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I realize it's not easy to do, but for God's sakes, when you're that close to the goal, any touch is a goal.
Yeah.
Any touch to goal is a goal.
And then on that corner, Everton played the trap.
He was I would say right at the 6-yard line.
Something like that.
Either inside or right at it. Here we go.
That was a wonderful header, and he needs to just take it.
Yeah, he's right at the 6-yard line with what amounts to an open net. With Mane screening, that's
you
an open
could even just run into it and try to chest it in.
Yeah, I mean, you could really just wrap. In fact, it might be easier to just take the old knee shot.
No, I was saying like run it in and just go as fast as you can and like off the chest or belly.
Yeah, and then it rolls down to your feet.
No, and then it goes into the goal because if it's going towards goal, it's going in because Pickford was not there in time.
Yeah, and Mane was shielding Pickford.
Yeah, which is totally legal and totally be legal.
I mean, I like the substitutions. Since the substitutions have been made, this has been a mostly Liverpool match. But you got to get one in. I think Milner was going for goal.
I think he was too. I think that's the right call. Richarlison pushed him over.
Richarlison with the foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not even fighting it this time.
No. Oh.
I don't know. I don't call that.
Hendo gets a head on it though, and like you want that to go off of Hendo's head to another Liverpool player for a goal.
Get back, Matip.
This is a bad turnover.
Take him out. Nothing. Oh, great challenge.
Yep. Oh, and Richarlison falls on his ass.
That wasn't Richarlison. That was Digne?
They've got numbers forward.
He went for goal.
And
He should have gone for Milner.
Milner was wide.
He had nobody
open on the
within
other
5
side.
yards of him. He should have gone for Milner and had it tap in.
Yep. So Firmino gets the ball.
Great
Gets it
pass
wide
to
to
Mane-
Salah.
Salah.
Trent is wide open in the middle, and then he gives up his spot. Milner on the far side.
I don't think he saw Milner. I
think he
really
did
don't
either.
think he did because he was a late
Milner
runner.
didn't come in until the last minute. Man, now they on that cleanup touch. Jeez.
Yeah, Robbo had a good touch there too to keep it in bounds.
Man, guys are falling all over this pitch. What's going on today?
Oh, come on, Trent. You got to get there.
Trent's got to run to that ball.
Thank God they gave it right back.
No
But
foul.
good job by Keane on that one.
Yeah. He's been impressive today, Keane.
Man of the match?
Maybe because Liverpool have had basically all of the really good chances. Not the good chances, all the really good chances. And
I
they've
thought
basically
Fabinho
all
was
come to
foul there.
and they've all basically come to a stop at the hands of the guy you just said,
Keane.
I mean, we're 71 minutes in, so that could easily turn
God
around.
damn, guys. You got to get this ball back. Thank God.
Oh, Milner almost got it out chipped to Salah.
Who was on a break, but
Run
whoever
that
was
ball
back
down.
was-
Get to his right. Yep. Make Pickford kick it. Keeper to keeper.
Yep, I'm okay with that because we got possession back.
And then Alisson, of course, doesn't handle the ball.
No, he likes it at his feet for whatever reason.
He loves the ball at his feet for whatever. You know what? I bet you he was born a striker who happens to just also be a really good keeper.
That was a really good job. Again, Keane cleaning up the mess when Mane had a
Had a clear break otherwise.
yeah. And he headed it back to Pickford, who did a good job of coming out.
And again, it's blasphemy to say it, but dude, Keane is looking like player of the match. Or Sigurdsson. Goal.
Oh my
thank
God, he missed that.
I don't know how he missed that one. That was a goal for sure.
Having a heart attack over here, Mike.
Yeah, right? All these mini heart attacks.
Where's my pacemaker?
Yeah, where's Gary and his pacemaker?
Oh, that's a red throw.
Now we're talking about throw-ins.
I know. Well, it's saying that because it's Everton had the possession in a dangerous area for such a long time, and getting the possession back is important. I think they're making another substitution on the
Yeah,
Everton
he just
side.
missed that. I don't know how he missed that. He didn't under pursue it. He just missed it.
I would assume Chang Tosin's coming in
Yep, you're right.
for Calvert-Lewin. Yeah. I mean, Tosin is their obligatory forward substitution.
Yeah, so this looks like it's just a
he's their
straight
first
sub.
man off the bench.
I don't know if this is a goal-for-goal sub. I think this is just a straight sub.
Yeah, especially because
And mix it
Calvert-Lewin
up.
is young and
Yep, just to mix it up.
yeah.
Maybe with a different player in that same exact position. Playing the exact same position does things a little bit differently.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was a hard
Giant
pass
pass back. From number 14, I'm assuming?
I don't think so.
I think
it was actually
14.
number 7.
No. Milner's playing high today.
So is Josh Gordon.
Because he plays high every day. All day or a day. Yeah, all right. He's probably going to get...
Oh, come
probably gonna
on.
get
That
booked.
is not a yellow.
I don't think it is either. I
And
call
that
the
is
foul, but that's
Richarlison
not
acting
really a
like
booking.
an ass.
That is just Richarlison babying his way into a yellow.
Roll,
Yeah.
roll. Oh, I'm going to grab my leg. There's yellow. Oh, wait, now I'm fine.
Yeah, now I'm fine. How many yellows does that make for Robbo now? Because he's gotten quite a few bookings this year.
This whole team, I feel like, does, outside of
Virgil.
and Becker. Well, and Salah, actually. Salah doesn't really get carded.
No, he doesn't. He also plays the high man in a 4-3-3. Offsides.
He was onside, but he flubbed it and got right to the
Yeah,
keeper.
thank God. No, he's not.
He's offside.
He's offsides.
All three of them
All
are.
three of them are offsides.
They played a trap. There's really, yeah. Dude, the way that they're playing right now,
Everton
I
brings
really
on its-
feel
is
like
this his
this is
final
going to
sub?
end up 0-0. Andre Gomez, like I said, was probably going to come on too
for
for
Schneiderlin.
Schneiderlin. I wait another 5-10 minutes here before I put on my third sub if I'm Klopp. See how this...
Yeah, I would
setup
wait till
goes.
80th if I'm going to put on the third sub. Although Sturridge is on the bench, so maybe you do put in a third sub. And so is Shaqiri.
Especially for a dude who scored 4 goals in the Merseyside Derby.
Yeah, who loves scoring goals in the derby. If that's going to be the case, I think you go like for like, and the closest thing like for like is Salah. And Sturridge just goes on the right. Fuck it. Or you switch to a 4-4-2. Because you're not switching to a 4-2-3-1 at this point.
No. 4-4-2 would mean that Firmino is going to be a midfielder.
Yeah, and then it's like for like, Sturridge for Salah,
And
with
then
Mane and Sturridge
Up top.
up top.
Yeah. I would do that if you're looking to... What?
He was offside? Holy cow, all right. 5 yards onto the Everton's half.
Yeah, when there was 3 players behind him when he got the ball, it must have been one of those came back to the ball kind of things.
Yeah, it's just it's an odd spot to get an offsides call.
Yeah, it is. They must have been trapping.
Well, even if they're trapping, I mean, stay on your side of the pitch. Like, look at that tackle from Milner, by the way.
Yeah.
That was begging for a foul, and he didn't get the call.
Can Liverpool do anything? Can they get another shot on goal?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the big issue here, and I think the problem here is getting from full back to forward.
Yeah, so the midfield is the problem right now.
Well, Milner's on the midfield now. So they managed to get the ball into the midfield, right? And then
Firmino
boom,
gave it away.
Firmino gives it away, but it wasn't a good decision from Milner to give him the ball at that point. Shield the ball, let it be a goal kick.
Yeah. He was never getting there.
Quick take. Yep. Okay, so Virgil's got the ball back, and this is what we're going to describe this. Virgil up to Fabinho. Fabinho takes grass, goes wide to Firmino, who's
Way back.
back to Robbo, back to Virgil. And you see what's happening is they're not really pressing the ball forward. Virgil launches one forward to get it up to Trent wide right,
Which
who's
is
now
what they've been
doubled,
trying
and then they're
to
going to
do.
lose the ball.
And
Somehow that manages to work its way to Milner, who still loses the ball. So
that's
foul.
going to be a yellow on
That's going to be
Fabinho.
a yellow. Yeah.
And the thing is, they're trying so hard on these long balls from the defensive players that they're not getting the ball up. Like when they're
Right.
And Everton is covering these long balls. They
Right.
can't. They're not built to do that. They don't have big dudes.
Yeah, I mean that's where the 4-2-3-1 I think would be you'd be better
With
suited
Sturridge.
long term. Right now, no, it's too late in the game to make that switch.
Well, I'm saying with Sturridge, you can get that long ball forward and have some height going forward.
What
'Cause
the 4-2-3-1 does is it gets the two away from necessarily a defensive position, right? So your two can then use your three as a forward midfielder combo.
Which is what Everton is doing.
Yeah. Right.
And they're moving the ball up from back line to forward.
Right. The forwards are not capitalizing at all.
No, but they're still able to move the ball to the forward.
Right,
Without
whereas-
having to take the ball high.
Whereas Liverpool is having trouble getting the ball to the forwards.
And the only way they're doing it is by taking the ball back high.
Yeah, or by having the forwards come way back out of a forward position. Hendo puts up the cross and overshoots everybody. Hopefully Robbo can run this down.
And he does.
Well,
'Cause
he runs
Rosales
it
kicked out of
down
bounds.
well enough to get the ball on a throw.
Yeah. Oh,
Fucking hell.
Hendo.
That's Milner.
Milner? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Milner, come on. Yeah, because that wasn't backwards. I'm just kidding right now.
7 forward, 14 back. Oh, James.
James is not having a good day.
Well, he plays better when he starts.
He does.
So maybe it's one of those things where he doesn't have really time to warm up with the ball, you know? Mm-hmm. Because when you're warming up on the sideline on a substitution, you're just basically running back and forth.
Yeah, because they don't have sideline balls, because if you did, then there'd be balls on the pitch.
Oh, definitely. Jesus,
Oh,
guys.
Come on, guys. First off, Firmino, if you're going to do that, try to make the turn and take the foul.
Yeah, Firmino's supposed to be playing in the middle of the pitch, by the way. Why in the hell is he that far wide, that far back? unless they, did they switch formations?
I don't know.
Because Firmino and Salah have been far back, and Mane and Origi have been ridiculously high. Or sorry, Mane has been ridiculously high.
I haven't really seen him play back. Maybe they didn't put Firmino in the middle. Maybe Mane's staying in the middle.
I mean, if we could see where guys are right now, that would tell us, but we can't because the camera is focused in on the keeper.
Lallana.
Adam Lallana. I don't know if I like this. Like, I like Lallana as a player, but dude, he's not the guy that's going to get you a goal. Sturridge is the guy that's going to just force out a goal.
And Gomez has it in a very dangerous position. Good
Great punch
away.
out by Alisson.
Offside. He was offside.
And, wow. Jesus, that was
Tosin
scary.
was off.
Doesn't matter. We
But it
cleaned up.
doesn't matter.
Okay, Mane has Salah in front of him who's offside. Now he's back on.
onside. Yeah.
Firmino coming into the middle.
Oh, he should have
Bad
passed
touch.
it back to Salah and had a cross for
Yeah.
him.
I mean, I get why he's doing it because if he can get that to Firmino, that's a good place for Firmino to score.
Yeah. No,
That's
but Salah had nobody
tough,
around him.
It's a tough spot.
Salah had nobody around him.
I mean, it was a really narrow window for him to get that ball over to Firmino.
It was. And that's why I was saying the safer decision would have been to Salah
And reset. Because
and then
they were-
reset.
Yeah. I mean, they had like 6 guys back with 3 forward.
Virgil cleaning up the shit.
Yep. Wow, here we go. This one has a real chance. Let's see if they settle or press.
I want to see him press.
They switched to a 4-4-2. Dude, they switched to a 4-4-2. Salah and Mane top.
And Firmino attacking.
Firmino attacking. Milner actually on the left. And it looks like Fabinho is center right with
Hendo on the right.
Hendo on the right. That's what it looks like as they switched off to a 4-4-2.
As long as you can put a goal in, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, they have not been very good at getting good heads on these corners. Like, they've scored what? Outside of yesterday.
oh, you mean Wednesday?
Or outside of Wednesday, they've scored. Have they scored any headers on
I don't
corners?
remember. Well, I mean, the Sturridge
They
one.
had. I mean, they had a real opportunity here. They had a real opportunity here.
The Sturridge one at the very beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I wonder who Lallana's coming on for.
Yeah, I do too. I would.
Mane. What the hell?
I
Mane's
do
been
not
great
agree
today.
with that. Mane has been getting himself into great position. He's been playing defense, and he has been getting shots on goal.
He hasn't really been playing a lot of defense.
Dude, Mane gets me an A- today.
Yeah,
I don't know why
Mane's
you're
been
taking off
great.
an A-.
Yeah.
Again, unless you're going to a very different lineup.
I mean, if it were me, I would have taken off probably Fabinho because I'm going for goal. And I don't care if I give one up.
Yeah, in
because
that
a
case,
draw is
yeah.
a loss.
Fabinho, you can put on in that case if you're taking off Fabinho and you're just dealing with, a draw is a loss. Fuck it. You could put on Shaq or you could put on Sturridge. That's a foul. That was an obvious foul. Come on, Coleman, put the ball down.
That
Give
should
me
be
yellow for stalling.
Yeah, give a
Give
yellow
me
to
yellow for
Coleman.
stalling. Jesus.
You had to blow the whistle 3 times.
So Coleman picks up the ball, right? Holds it and refuses to allow the Liverpool players to get onto the ball. And then as soon as the Liverpool players do get on the ball, this could be a goal.
That looked like a handball.
Yeah, no, it's a ricochet.
I know, but it looked like a handball.
But so as soon as Liverpool gets the ball on that spot, he wraps up the Liverpool player so the Liverpool player can't put the ball down on the ground.
And then picks up the ball.
And then picks up the ball. If there was ever such a thing as delaying, that's it. That should be a heel ball from Matip.
Yeah, Matt Tip. You're talking about a center defender.
Yeah, well, Mane did it.
Yeah, Mane is a forward. There's a difference.
Yeah, well, I have an expectation of my defenders, man.
Well, I mean, if they can score 2 and assist 5 against Watford, they should be able to do something against Everton. This is
frustrating.
This is seriously frustrating. This really does remind me of the first half of the Derby.
Well, and it's reminiscent of
the first half of the Derby.
Well,
when it was 0-0 going into stoppage time.
I mean, situationally, it's reminiscent of Was it Palace? That
Oh, Alana, take it. Take the ball.
was it Crystal Palace in 13-14? The draw at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Where Liverpool was up 2-1? Yeah, I mean that wasn't that scary.
No, but Lallana needed on that break, he had an open grass in front of him, and he didn't cash it in. He tried to take it out to Salah, who had a free break.
That might be a penalty.
No, that's outside.
I mean, it was a foul. I agree. Oh yeah, that's not outside.
Did he even touch him?
Did he even touch him?
No, he didn't touch him.
He might have grazed that toe.
Grazing a toe is not a foul.
And in that position, if you graze the toe, it's hard to not go to ground.
Yeah,
the way that tackle was made.
Digne also was like screaming at the ref, and that's when he called it.
That call was pretty quick.
I know, but that weak shit, it pisses me off.
What do you think? What do you think odds of goal here?
50-50.
50-50? That's pretty good. I'm going to go 70%. I'm going to go even higher. 70% chance of goal on the set piece because Liverpool suck at guarding goal. This is the easiest set piece to score on.
The only reason why I'm saying 50-50 is because of number 4.
And wow, DNA curls it in and overhits everyone.
Yeah, throwing for Liverpool there. Wow, that was a terrible.
Do you remember if when we were playing as kids, and it wouldn't be FIFA rules, it would be USSF or CJSA, throw-ins to keeper? I feel like there was a time, at least with the CGSA, where we could throw into keeper and keeper could handle it.
Yes, there was. I don't think you can now.
Because that used to be the play. If you were just basically conceding, a throw-in from the corner spot, you would just throw it into the keeper. So I feel like it was allowed, CGSA or USSF.
I also like the fact that Everton is still going for goal here.
Yeah, they are.
Even though they brought up the ball like 10 yards in that throw.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give them credit. This is not Chelsea. This is not Mourinho. No.
Of course he's claiming for the foul.
It's Richarlison.
It's Richarlison. He's going to fall over at any contact and claim for a foul. That's how he plays the game, and that's why I don't like him.
Well, I don't like him because of the other half, too. That he fouls the shit out of dudes.
Yes.
Like, he's Sergio Ramos style foul. Sergio Ramos is much worse. But, like, he does those type of fouls all the time.
And always whines to the ref.
Yeah.
Nope,
No,
that's a
foul on Matip. Foul called for Matip.
Yeah, on Cheng Tosin.
Yeah. That's the right call.
It's the right call. He
right
came
call.
in late and put his foot in his ankle.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was late.
Matip got the ball, won it, and then the tackle was late before the ball went out.
Only 3.
Well, there wasn't any injuries. There was just a couple of substitutions. So
True.
I mean, I'm a little shocked that it's even 3 minutes.
Well, 3 minutes because you had 6 substitutions.
Okay.
Or
So
5.
30 seconds a sub.
Yeah. Now I think Everton's trying
And a
to
handful
waste
of time wasting.
It really looks like Everton might be time wasting here. Oh yeah, and the time wasting earlier on the foul that was clear. It could have been a yellow.
Oh yeah, that should have been a yellow for time wasting.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
just
much.
overhit to Lallana.
And over that should be
like
a talking to at least. Like that wasn't bad, but Richarlison clearly hit it out of bounds when it was already out of bounds.
Yeah, well, not only was it already out of bounds, it was so far out of bounds that it had bounced off the wall behind the out of bounds line, come back into play, and then he launched it out of bounds.
I don't like these long balls at all.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, you're in the 90th minute. Like, you take what you can get, and their midfield, their feeds up to the forward positions have sucked. So what are you left with?
Long balls.
Chip shots and long balls. And you see how wide they are right now? Like, there's nothing. I mean, all of these passes are too long.
Again,
you have to make 15-yard passes.
We were right with the draw.
Yeah.
We just got the score wrong.
Yeah. Toot our own horns.
Disappointing. I didn't want to toot my own horn. This is time wasting.
Yeah, I mean, he's only allowed 6 seconds.
And he got like
more
20.
than 6 seconds. And he's just going to punt it right over to Alisson, who I think should punt it himself. He hates to do the long ball, but I think he should do a long ball here. Like, what are you left with? You need a goal. To Virgil,
who sends it up to Fabinho,
who is scaring me right now.
Yep.
Who is dispossessed. Oh, there's a chance here because Firmino's.
Did that go
that was
out of
bounds?
bounds?
Yep.
Yeah.
Flag went up. So Van Dijk on the cross wide to.
I'm super
yeah,
nervous.
I know. I mean, this could easily go 1-0 the other way too, and like 0-0 is a loss. I'm sorry. It's a loss.
Too much to Arnold. This is why I don't like the long ball, because if you're a touch too heavy, it's out of bounds. If you're a touch too light, it's dispossessed.
Yeah,
They need to have like 50 long balls to get one of them that's actually going to. And it's not because of the players; it's because of the style. The long ball doesn't work.
Here's why I'm okay with it right now.
Because it's stoppage time.
Yeah, it's stoppage time. You've got 1 minute to score a goal. Liverpool is not scoring a goal from anything other than praying, and that's what you're doing with that.
And again, 30 seconds here on this free kick from Pickford.
Yeah, who is still not running. There we go. Now he's finally running up the ball.
Legitimately 30 seconds. I watched it.
All right, we might have a chance here if we can get a good touch from Trent. And nope. Not a good touch from Trent.
Nope.
And you're right, long ball is either out of bounds or a turnover if you don't get the ball, which is really hard to do.
Yeah. And
especially when your forwards are fucking short.
Yeah. Like Origi is taller. Sturridge has some height.
Yeah, but Origi came off.
Origi came off and Sturridge is not on.
Yep, and you put on Lallana and Firmino. Like, I get the Firmino one, but Lallana, dude, what exactly is Lallana bringing to that lineup to get you a goal?
That Mane isn't.
That Mane isn't, or that Sturridge wouldn't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think in the derby, like, Sturridge is the guy to bring on to get a goal.
Time.
Well,
they just lost the title.
A draw is a loss, like we said. Congratulations. It's March 3rd.
Congratulations on second place again.
It's March 3rd. Congratulations to Manchester City for winning the league.
Yep.
Bummer. Well, that's a real bummer. I don't think there's any other games to live look into, so I guess we'll call it quits there, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, this has been Two Americans Watching Footy.
Disappointed.
Signing off.